Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Welcome, welcome. What a beautiful night to celebrate the third night of Hanukkah. So, in Hanukkah, we celebrate for how many days? Ari, how many days? 8 days of Hanukkah. Tonight is the third night of Hanukkah. And in Hanukkah, we celebrate the miracle of 8. Because going back many, many years ago, about 165 BCE. I don't remember it. It was a long time ago. And the Jewish people who lived in Israel were under the rulership of the Roman Greeks. And the Roman Greeks outlawed religion. And he started making different decrees to outlaw some of the customs and practices that the Jewish people were doing. Because they wanted that the Jewish people should worship the way they would worship. They came and they destroyed the temple where the Jewish people would serve. And there was a small group of Jewish people called the Maccabees. And they decided they are going to wage war against this mighty army. They were determined, and they fought and they won. They came back to the temple. They came back to the Beit HaMikdash, the temple, and they saw that everything was vandalized, everything was destroyed. They were very upset about that. But they wanted to immediately do the daily service of lighting the menorah. Now back then in the temple, the menorah that they had 7 branches. Today we have 8, because we remember the miracle of 8 days. They searched for the oil, and the oil had to be kosher with a special seal from the high priest. And they searched and searched until they found 1 jug of oil which was kosher, sealed with the seal of the high priest. The problem was, in those days before cars, in order to get new kosher oil, it would take 8 days. And the oil that they had was good for 1 day or 1 night. So what they did was they made a decision to light the menorah and go get the oil that they needed. And the miracle of Hanukkah was that the menorah lit for how many days? 8 days. 8 days the menorah lit, and thus we have Hanukkah for 8 days. Of course, that was a great celebration for the Jewish people, and because of the miracle of Hanukkah, the miracle of the oil, it is customary in the days of Hanukkah to celebrate with latke. Latke is like potato pancake, which is fried in oil, and also sufganiyot. What's sufganiyot? Anybody know what sufganiyot is? The donuts. Someone said jelly donuts, but any donut, yeah. And which we have that right after the lighting. And there's also some other things which the Jewish people, which we have, which is a dreidel. The reason why we have a dreidel, I don't know if anyone knows why we have a dreidel. The reason is because when the Jewish people, they would still serve, they would still pray and learn, but they had to do it underground. And when the soldiers would come in to inspect to see what the Jewish people were doing, they immediately took out their games and started playing. To pretend that they were just gathering not for any religious purpose, but just for playing. It's a little loud. So that's why we have the dreidel. The dreidel has 4 letters. What are the 4 letters? Gimble is 1, that's right. Nun. Hey is another one. Shin. Nun Gimel. Hey Shin. Nes Gadol Haya Sham. A great miracle happened there. Where's there? Israel. In Israel they have a different version. Nes Gadol Haya. Oh, over here, right. So that's part of the miracle of Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a very special time. Specifically the idea that we light the menorah when it's dark, when it gets dark early, we bring light. Light represents goodness and kindness, doing acts of goodness and kindness, caring for other people, being there for other people, and looking out for other people. That's light, bringing light into other people's lives. But we can never be satisfied with the good that we do. We always have to increase in the goodness that we do. And therefore, every day we increase another light, and another light, and another light. Tonight is the 3rd night, so we do 3 candles, and tomorrow will be 4, and then 5, because we never stop. We have to keep adding in positivity and goodness and kindness and helping other people. So the Hanukkah message is actually universal, and that's why we light the menorahs out in the open, because it's a universal message. It's a message which is for every single person. We're very honored to have with us some very important people, some good friends, and we're going to hear from some of them. I would like to give a special thank you to Dr. Andy Smith, who sponsors the Denvillle Menorah lighting every year. Thank you, Dr. Andy. So we'd like to begin with asking the Mayor Andes to please come up and share a few words.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Rabbi. And it's my pleasure to be here and welcome you all to the Denvillle Town Hall. And it's our pleasure to host the menorah lighting. With me here tonight is our Sheriff Gann, Commissioner Typhoon Salon, and our Chief of Police, Frank Perna. It truly is our pleasure and to welcome you and to the celebration of lights. And to everybody, happy Hanukkah and a happy New Year, and be healthy and prosperous for us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for everything you do for the community. I'd like to call up the Chief to please share a few words with us.
Thank you very much. Rabbi Dubinsky, I met you 4 years ago, and we developed a friendship, and I greatly appreciate it. I love our community here in Denvillle, and it's great having such a community that's open-armed. I'd like to say Happy Hanukkah, and God bless.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for your service. I'd like to ask our very good friend, the Sheriff, to please come and share a few words.
Thank you, Rabbi. Happy Hanukkah. It's great to be here in Denvillle again. I see the crowd growing, which is wonderful. And I'd like to give a shout out to my officers who are here. I have 4 officers here tonight that work all the time. I think Denvillle Police Department is a phenomenal police department. We try to support them in any way we can. With the 351 houses of worship in Morris County, 34 to the Jewish, right? Whether it's Chabad or temple, synagogue, whatever, yeshiva. Right, and some yeshiva students are here with us today. It's a wonderful community, and we just had this discussion earlier today, and about 15 minutes ago with Dawn and her husband here, with regards to, it's my belief that the protection of religious freedom is probably the most important thing that we can do. Protection of religious freedom. We take it very seriously with regards to that issue, and I just want to let you know you're in really good hands on that topic, and we support you. And I just want you to have a great Hanukkah and a great New Year. All right, God bless you.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you very much. I'd like to recognize a few people who've been very involved in a lot of the programs that Chabad does. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome the CEO of the hospital, Brian Finestein, who's a great friend and is always behind the scenes. Thank you, Brian. Also, special mention to Tommy Dean and to Dave Milne for everything you do. You couldn't do it with the partnership of all of you. So thank you all for being here. I think we're ready to begin. We're ready to light the menorah. We're going to honor Jack. To light the menorah. We're going to honor the chief to light the shamash, the middle one. We're going to ask the mayor and the sheriff and the commissioner to please come up as we light the torch of freedom. Thank you, Chief. We're going to now continue with reciting the blessings for the menorah, and we're going to ask Menachem Mendel to please stand up and to lead us with the blessings of the menorah. And everyone, please join along.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzrayim v'tzivanu le'adit le'ercha אביסנו בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
Amen. Wonderful. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.